Hey everybody, and welcome to week 7 of our course here at Purdue Global University on EM 410, the global environment, as we are moving quite along in this term. Getting near the down slope of the class, as we have just 3 more weeks after this one. Going to start doing a reminder, guys, for the coming few weeks that if you do owe stuff from the previous weeks, anytime in weeks 1 through 6, please start thinking about getting that submitted. As we don't want to wait and try to submit everything between weeks 9 and 10. Usually when I've had students do that in the past, the quality of work has been kind of lower, resulted in some poor grades. So if you are missing stuff, I would start thinking about getting some of that, setting a schedule for yourselves and start getting some of that stuff turned in if you are missing anything. And I will grade that and work with you guys as much as I can to make sure you get all your materials in and get your grade caught up and be in good standing by the time the class ends. So just a friendly reminder, guys. I'll do it probably here for the next few weeks, the remaining weeks of the class, to just remind everybody if you got anything due to make sure you get that in. Looking at this week, guys, there is no assignment this week. We've had an assignment the past 2 weeks, so we do have a break this coming week in week 7. So this week we have 2 discussion boards. The first is on environmental justice, and we're looking at environmental justice from, is there any legal ramifications, mediation, mitigation, anything that we can look at that is going to improve the conditions of the third world nations, the poor nations of the world, which we have been talking about here for the last 2 weeks, and issues that they face, such as poverty, issues that involve maybe first world nations in terms of dumping materials in those nations, such as we see dumping of waste in China and waste in other nations, actions of the first world nations that have led to pollution in those nations and detrimental things to their environments and standard of living and those kind of things. Is there a way through the process of environmental justice to alleviate the problems faced in these nations and to bring these nations up to a current standard with the rest of the world? So interesting concept of environmental justice, guys. I'd read up on it a little bit in our readings this week before you post, and then make some good postings this week. I think it should be a great discussion. Current events, the current events discussion board this week, guys, we are looking at chemical waste and toxic waste. So we're looking at current events that are involving those and that are impacting nations around the globe. So again, that should be a very interesting discussion as we examine issues such as electronic waste dumping. We've seen that in China, waste dumping in different parts of Asia. So, and the use of chemicals, pesticides, herbicides that have impacts on water quality, create red tides like we see in Florida that have killed massive amounts of aquatic life. So the use of chemicals is a very interesting one. We're talking about a man-made industry that does have negative environmental impacts. So we need to look at those negative environmental impacts and see what we think about this industry, if there's enough regulations and things in place to address the problems raised by these industries, and is there anything different that can be done in the future regarding these industries. So it should be a good discussion on that board as well too, guys. Reminder, seminars coming up this coming Monday night. So we're looking at these issues of environmental justice and chemicals. So it should be a pretty interesting discussion this coming weekend seminar. We'll have the quiz discussion as well at the end of our seminar, like we always do. And other than that, guys, it should be a very good week here in week 7. If you have any questions, concerns, or things, remember to either email, text, or call me, and I'll respond to you guys as quickly as possible. With that, guys, have a great week, and I'll see everybody on Monday night.